So in this video we're going to be doing a icy winter themed nail tutorial. I'm not too big on very Christmassy green and red nails, at least it's not what I'm in the mood for today. So we're going to do like an icy nail theme. I wanted to get this done before Christmas time and like winter time was like kind of over with. So I'm very excited. Right now I have just a regular like nude kind of whitish base, so I think the whitish kind of base is going to go really well with the snowy icy vibes. Let's see how this turns out today. I don't have a full plan. Let's get started. Okay, so I was kind of thinking like I really like these vibes. I did do a similar set with this vibe on one of my clients recently and I really liked it. I do like this kind of like pattern. I was considering including that, possibly some plaid as well. So yeah, I also really like this nail, this kind of vibe, so we'll see what I come up with today. So this is just the nude base that I am starting with today. Something I like to do is also like rip up some paper towels ahead of time while I'm doing my nails, just so I kind of use them like lint-free wipes almost. I actually don't really like to use lint-free wipes if I'm gonna be honest. So because I've had these nails on for 2 days already, there's probably a bunch of oils and just a bunch of random things on here, so I'm just gonna spray this down with some alcohol and just make sure that there's no oils or anything like that left over. I will say that some of the methods I use for the prep are just because I'm filming them. I already have a top coat on here, but obviously if I was doing these for a client, I would have gotten it all done in one set and I wouldn't have had a top coat in between. I find that it doesn't really affect the retention of the polish too much, but that is because I wear them for such a short time. So I really would recommend these methods solely for when you're just practicing on yourself and you don't really have any need to keep them on for a very long time. I'm just gonna be going in with this cat eye. I think I'm gonna reach for maybe like a mixture of these two. I'm gonna make the French sort of thick just so that I have enough room for it to be visible. And for this ring finger, I'm just gonna do the whole thing in cat eye as well. I'm just gonna cure this for a full 60 seconds. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a second layer just because I feel like the cat eye would be deeper and the blue color would also stand out much more. I really like this cat eye. It's very smooth and silky. I prefer a smooth and silky cat eye rather than a very glittery cat eye, depending on the look that I'm going for, of course. I'm not being too perfect here about the French, just because I do plan on covering that line with stones and gems, so it doesn't really have to be the most precise. Ironically, I feel like with cat eye, I don't have to be as precise with my lines. Like I'd rather do a cat eye French tip than like a solid color French tip, just for that reason. I don't know why. Cat eye is just like my favorite polish to work with. It's just so much easier to work with for some reason. after I bring it all over to one side, I just like to bring it to the other side, just sort of move it around, redirect it where I want to until I get that shininess to it. So for my index finger, I think I want to try to attempt something similar to this glassy, like, textured design that I've been seeing a lot recently. But I'm gonna do it for like a bluer version. I also feel like this kind of gives icicle vibes, so I think that would definitely work pretty well with the theme of this set. I'm just gonna use this matte top coat that I have from Galway. I'm gonna cure this for 60 seconds. Now that that's cured for 60 seconds, the background is nice and matte. Going with this Crazy Top Thick by Jinbei. Just gonna grab a thin layer of this. I've actually been wanting to try this design for a little while now. I just haven't had the time to, and none of my clients have requested it from me. So I'm actually really excited to do that for this winter set. Just gonna flash cure this in place. I usually have like a tiny handheld lamp, but I don't feel like taking that out of the drawer right now. So this Gel-X one will suffice. So now I'm gonna cure this for just a full 60 seconds. I'm gonna take this chunky glitter and then I'm gonna start dragging it down, creating kind of like a, I don't know, snow winter effect, sort of like an icicle. So I'm just going to be grabbing different size diamonds to just sort of line them up. Just going with my intuition here. I'm just going to go ahead and give this a quick cure. I will say when it comes to gemstones and diamonds, I always cure for a full 60 seconds just because I know some people were like, oh, how long do you cure it for? It's always just safe to cure everything a full 60 seconds, in my opinion. And I'm just gonna kind of carve this out myself first. Now I'm just gonna sort of fill it in. A little trick I like to use is anytime I have to fill in lines or anything, a dotting tool to just get the majority of it. And what I'm gonna do is flip my hand upside down so it creates a little bit more of a 3D effect so that it all flows down to the center a bit more. So I just filled in all the squares. Now I'm gonna go back in and make those 3D lines appear more bold to give it more dimension. Just wiped this with acetone. I just wiped it off because I was not feeling the way it was coming out. So now I have to try to figure out how to troubleshoot and make this look good. So what I'm gonna do here is the same exact crisscross pattern, but just make sure that the lines are much thinner so they're not as bulky as before. I think that looks much better with thinner lines. I'm gonna take a non-wipe top coat. Just because earlier I wiped off the inhibition layer with acetone, now I'm gonna use the non-wipe top coat for the chrome that we're gonna put on after. And I'm making sure to put on the top coat in very thin layers to ensure that the 3D lines still have that texture and 3D effect that I want. So now I'm just going over my ring finger with that pearl chrome that I just opened up. I'm doing this to ensure that this finger really gives off that glassy effect that I was going for with the whole icicle winter theme. I impulsively decided to go over this index finger as well just because I did use the non-wipe 3D gel for the lines, so I thought it would look really nice with the pearl chrome on top of it as well. So I feel like it looks much more glassy after adding chrome. So I'm gonna go back in with that cat eye. I feel like the pinky and the thumb are a little too plain. So I'm just gonna do a little cat eye ombre on these two. Just keeping the set a little bit more on the simple side and keeping the index, middle, and ring finger more of the main designs. Now I'm just gonna go over my index finger because I did go and put chrome on the lines. So I'm just gonna take some non-wipe top coat and I'm just gonna go over those lines very carefully so I don't disturb the matte top coat beneath it. Now I'm just gonna top coat the rest of my nails. And this is the finished set. I hope that you guys love these nails as much as I do. I had so much fun making these. All of the products that I use are going to be linked in my Amazon storefront in the description below.